Did you know that the average home price in the Aledo area is around $700,000? And new construction, even in the Morningstar community, is only a little bit better at around $500,000. So what if I told you in the new Morningstar phase, you could get a home for just under $400,000? That's right, we do have new homes that are coming in and available at just under $400,000 in the Aledo market, feeding into the newest elementary school. So stick around and find out why this new phase in the Morningstar community could be a real game changer and is going to be the most affordable new construction and probably one of the best value homes that you can buy in the Aledo area in 2025. Okay, now before I get started and jump straight into pricing and what's available, I do want to give you a little bit of background information on Morningstar in case this is your first time on the channel. I do not have a long form video on Morningstar specifically yet, but it has been highlighted in my video about the best new construction neighborhoods to check out. So if you're interested, go check out that video as well, or hit the subscribe button so you can be notified about the videos I will be doing on Morningstar in the near future. But Morningstar is just to the west of Walsh Ranch, which is kind of Aledo's premier master plan community. So you're still only going to be 20 to 25 minutes from downtown Fort Worth. So super convenient. It's just north of I-20, very close to the highway. It is not, however, a master plan community, but Aledo's newest elementary school just opened up just next to Morningstar. So the Walsh Ranch kids are going to feed into Walsh Ranch, and then the families in the Morningstar community will feed into McKinney Elementary School. So you do get a brand new school that's right there for you. While it's not master planned, they do have a lot of great amenities. So they have 2 ponds that you can do catch and release fishing in. They have 2 pools currently. They have an amenity center, they have a basketball courts, they host events throughout the year. Like there's a taco guy that I know, I've met him a couple times, but he brings his taco truck out every month or so to the amenity center and does street tacos, and they're awesome. So not a master plan community, still has lots of great amenities as you can see. And then the current available new construction homes. It does have homes that are currently available, but there's only one builder that still has homes that are for sale, and that's Riverside. So you get very limited selection and options because there's only one builder, and I don't even know if there's any lots that aren't completed yet. There might be a couple, but Riverside's still a good option. I do have a client that closed with them last month. They got a great deal. They were able to negotiate the price down, and they still got over $20,000 in seller contributions or in incentives. So they were able to buy that house with, other than their down payment, like almost no additional costs out of their pocket. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, happy to help out. But Morningstar was basically completely built out. So we are gonna get into this new phase that really is gonna have all these homes that you're here to learn about. Okay, now as you can see from some of these drone shots, not a single home in this new phase has begun construction yet. So there are no homes that are listed on the MLS. There are no homes that are currently under construction. In fact, the roads in this new phase are not completed yet. Now, there's a big chunk of them there, maybe 80-ish% are completed and ready to go, but you can still see that they are still building out the roads and the utilities. So these homes that I am talking about are not currently on the MLS, and you will not be able to find them there. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to mention before we get into the houses and what you're gonna be looking at is that there will be more amenities added to this phase as well. So they're actually gonna add an entirely new amenity center. So you're gonna have 2 total amenity centers for Morningstar. They're gonna add another pool, making it 3 total pools. And they're even going to add a new dog park. Now, if I recall correctly, they did have a dog park, but I think they're relocating that to this new phase. Okay, well now to the homes and why you are actually here. So this new phase of Morningstar is gonna have homes by DR Horton and Riverside. And now, I don't normally make a video like this, but I'm basically gonna be highlighting DR Horton only, and it's because I don't have any information on Riverside yet. They haven't published it, and I was not able to even their sales rep doesn't have information he can give me about their new homes that are coming in. So D.R. Horton it is today. Now D.R. Horton's going to have homes and floor plans starting at $389,000, which is an amazing deal for new construction in the Aledo area. And I did a little bit of research to see what does this look like, how does that compare? In all of Aledo, new construction or not, there's only 13 homes currently available for under $400,000. And if you had to take a wild guess, how many of them are new construction? The answer is 0. Most of them are 20, 30, or 40 years old. So sub $400,000 is an amazing deal for new construction in Aledo right now. Now, D.R. Horton has 7 total floor plans that they're going to be offering in this neighborhood, Morningstar. Only 2 of those start below $400,000. And then the most expensive floor plan starts at only $448,000. Now, something important to note is there's only 44 lots that D.R. Horton has released. And as of me talking to Ren yesterday, they've already sold 7 of those. And I think 6 of the 7 they sold back up to the creek. So there is a creek that runs between the 2 phases. And those are going to be some of the premium lots because you're going to have green space behind you. No one's going to be building behind you. And those are really nice. Now there's also some homes and still some lots available on a cul-de-sac as well, as you'll see, again, in that drone shot, that you're going to see just where these homes are and where that creek is and how that is really going to create some privacy between you and your neighbors that are on the other side of that creek. Okay, well, let's get into what D.R. Horton's going to be offering specifically. So there's going to be 7 total floor plans. Those are the Blanco, the Crown Point, the Glenwood, the Las Cruces, the Portales, the Red Rock, and the Santa Fe. And they're going to range from just over 1,800 square feet to almost 3,000 square feet, depending on the floor plan you pick. Now, all of those homes are going to have a minimum of 4 bedrooms. Some of them will allow you to modify the 4th bedroom into an office. And there's a couple of 5-bedroom options that also have additional living spaces as well. Now you're going to get, I think, up to 3.5 baths, depending on your floor plan. They're all going to have a minimum of 2, which is basically standard. And it's going to be a mix of 1- and 2-story homes. Now I do think, just as a side note, I think they're all going to be 2-car garage only, just as an FYI. And now one thing that I do need to move to and talk about is kind of like what your options and selections are. Now, one of the things to really point out is that D.R. Horton is kind of known as America's builder. They are America's largest home builder. And you don't typically get to that scale by offering super customizable options. So D.R. Horton is not a custom home builder by any means. They do offer and are allowing some level of modification or selections to these homes. But as you begin thinking about this, if you're interested in it, an important thing to note is that D.R. Horton has already assigned specific floor plans to each individual lot that they have. So while you can go and pick your lot, if you want a lot that backs up to the creek, you can do that. But you are going to have to pick from the current available lots, and about half of the lots that back up to the creek are already under contract, which is why this is important to get out as quickly as I did. But you can't just pick a lot and then pick your floor plan on top of that. You have to balance the location of the lot with the desired floor plan. So if there are no 5 bedrooms that back up to the creek, you cannot get a 5-bed, you can't change that floor plan selection. So that's important to note. And then when it comes to modifications, upgrades, selections, stuff like that, there are some level of modifications and selections that they'll allow you to make. So like you can choose how you want the tub and shower combo in the master bath. You can choose to extend the tile floor throughout the downstairs bedrooms. You can have a gas line hookup on the patio for like a permanently installed grill. You can have an EV charger installed in the garage, but you have very limited selection on like flooring and countertops. The way that those types of options are working is they have 4 preset packages you can pick from. So you do not get to independently choose your carpet, your tile, your cabinets, and your countertops. You are choosing one of 4 different selections. So you're gonna pick like package A, B, C, or D, or package 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you get to look at like kind of the color scheme that comes with that package, and that's how all of those options are selected. And what that does really is it allows D.R. Horton to build these homes significantly faster than some other home builders are. So I have another client who just went under contract on a home in Walsh Ranch, just around the corner, and they were quoted 11 months from contract to when they expect the home to be complete, and my client can actually purchase it and move in. Whereas D.R. Horton's probably going to be sub 6 months on most of these homes. So I would expect the first round of these homes to be complete and people moving in by probably June of next year. Now, that's not a promised number. Nobody's quoted that to me, but that's a conversation we should have. But I would expect them to be probably sub 6 months on a lot of this construction. And you only get to that point when you have a very standardized process of doing things. And you can't do that with super customizable options. So you'd have some level of control, but it's not super custom. That is something important to know. All right, and so at this point, you may be like, hey, Jared, this is great. I'm excited. I really want to move my family to the Aledo area, but that average price point of $700,000 plus or minus just didn't work. And if you're telling me I can get something for maybe sub $400,000 or around that price point, I am all in. But if it's not in the MLS, how do I get info on it? So you can go to D.R. Horton's website, you can find the community, you can put in the request information form and wait for some office person, probably in some other state, to give you a call and kind of do the whole runaround with you. Or shoot me a text. I have been friends with Ren for going on a decade. So if you want information about these homes, I can connect you directly to Ren, who is a D.R. Horton sales rep in that community. She is tasked to know everything there is to know what's available, what's not, what your options are, what you can and can't do. So if you're looking for that, let me know. I will get you in direct contact with Ren, and you can start getting your information that way. And like in prior videos, I'm going to set up 2 public collections. And as a reminder, if this is one of your first times on the channel, a public collection is a listing of homes that are on the MLS that you can look at and view without having to register, sign in, or even give me your email address. And so that's going to be 2 different ones. One is going to be everything in the Aledo ISD area that's under $400,000, so you can see what that stuff is and what it looks like and where it is. The second thing is going to be all the new construction in Morningstar. So right now, that's going to be limited to just Riverside homes as of the posting of this video. However, if you're watching this in the future, this collection will update itself. So when D.R. Horton starts putting homes online, those will be available as well. Now, here's what I would expect. I would expect the homes that are actually under $400,000 to never make it to the MLS. I think that every single one of those homes is likely going to sell, I say off market, like they're advertising, they're not in the MLS yet because they're not even begun construction. I think they're all gonna sell before they go on the MLS. And then the homes that go on the MLS will be, and I hate to break it to you, but a home builder is not incentivized to keep prices low. They start low to bring people in, and when they start getting closings and they start selling homes, they start bumping the prices up. So I have no idea how long these homes under $400,000 are going to be available, but I would guess it is unlikely we'll see many of them publicly advertised on the MLS. So you're going to have to, work through somebody or contact D.R. Horton or something if you want information on that. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, I am going to continue posting information on Morningstar. And if you're interested in this area and you want more information, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications, because I will have, maybe some pros and cons, maybe and everything you need to know that really covers Morningstar in depth. And remember, if you are thinking about moving your family to the Aledo area, whether it's next week or next year, my name is Jared. All my contact information is in the description box below. Feel free to reach out however is most convenient. And I'm looking forward to helping you make a smooth move to the Aledo area.